ILLs, my Lubar listeners, my fellow real estate enthusiasts and fellow real estate investors. Welcome back to another episode of the Lubari Real Estate Podcast, the show where we help you build financial freedom through apartment investing. I'm your host, Jason Lubari Olds, and today we're diving into a topic that can literally save you years of trial and error. Listening to the wise advice of more experienced investors. And we're going to call this Standing on the Shoulders of Giants. Yeah. But anyway, when I first stepped into this business, I thought that, my drive and my ambition alone would carry me through. But over time, I've learned one undeniable truth. If you want to go far in multifamily real estate, you can't afford to ignore the wisdom of those who've already built the path. All right, so in every field, there are people who've already made the mistakes. They've lost money, they've built empires, and found out what truly works. Multifamily real estate is no different. And when you sit at the table with experienced investors, you're not just hearing stories, you're receiving a roadmap. They'll warn you about underwriting errors. They'll tell you which lenders to avoid. They'll show you why a deal that looks perfect on paper can become a nightmare in reality. Listening isn't just about respect. It's about survival and growth. The right advice can save you tens of thousands of dollars, and in this industry, even millions of dollars. And also can save you years of frustration. All right, so here's a wake-up call that I had. So when I first started Lubari Real Estate, I did research for like 2-3 years, and I thought I had all, if not most of the answers. And my drive was there, my vision was there, but I was definitely lacking in the experience department. And it wasn't until I humbled myself and reached out to more seasoned investors that things changed, because I had hit a wall. I was like, okay, my drive and ambition and the knowledge of what I have gathered so far in my journey has led me here. And then from here, I don't know where to go. But let me say, one conversation saved me from signing a contract on a property with hidden maintenance issues that would have sunk the deal. And another mentor also taught me the power of relationships with brokers, which later opened doors to opportunities that I've never found on my own. And then also, another more experienced investor advised me that, hey, even if you lose a relationship with this brokerage, there are other brokers out there. Like, it'll be okay. And are you really just going to let one relationship stop you from achieving your dream? Your why should be way bigger than that. Way more important than that. But anyway, the whole point is humility. And humility to listen is one of the most profitable traits that you as an investor can develop. All right, now here's where it gets practical. How do you actually listen to advice in a way that benefits you? Well, here's what you can do. You can ask specific questions. Don't just say things like, oh, how do I invest in multifamily? Instead, ask, how do you underwrite the maintenance costs for a 50 unit in a Class C neighborhood? See? Specific answers or specific questions get you specific answers. You can also take notes. Take lots of notes. I mean, I've got 5 legal pads sitting right next to me that are full of notes. But every gem of wisdom you collect is like a piece of your investing playbook. Just one more note could be, one more play or one more route that you as a coach as a coach for your business can use to lead your team, your business, and your property to the end zone or to success or to win the game or to exit. One of the most important things that you can definitely do, though, is check your ego at the door. Because when someone with 20 years of experience tells you something, you don't argue. You do not argue, especially if you're just starting this, like you're under 5 years or even in 10 years. There's still something to learn. You should be a lifelong learner. And what you should do is you should process it, research it, and then test it. Because if someone with that much experience is telling you something, it's definitely from experience, and they know what works and what doesn't. And then lastly, act on what you learn. Advice only matters if it's applied. It's just like that old adage, they say knowledge is power. No, applied knowledge is power. You need to take action. Take one step from every conversation and put it into play. That's all you have to do. All right, so every great investor that you admire once stood where you are now. And they also had mentors. They also learned from the wise. Think of it like standing on the shoulders of giants. You're able to see further, move faster, and achieve more because someone else already climbed the mountaintop and left a map for you. In this business, your network is your net worth, but your ability to listen and apply wisdom is what truly multiplies it. And now we move on to my favorite part of the podcast, where we talk about what real estate can do for you. And I just want to keep this at the front of your mind. I'm still after that G-Wagon. I'm going to get my G-Wagon. I just want to let you guys know that. But this weekend, I had a great time. You know what I did? I stayed my butt at home. For the first time in about a month and a half, I was in the house, being with myself, making coffee, making myself breakfast, watching some good movies, just chilling, relaxing, reading, breathing, enjoying the air, loving myself, taking care of myself, easing my mind. I also went on like a 2.5 hour bike ride and had a close call. Almost died. But what's life without a little threat of death? Yeah. For all of my motorcycle riders out there, careful on your turns, especially on hills. Yep. Well, if today's episode inspired you to start seeking out experienced investors and truly listening to what they have to share, you know what? I challenge you this week to reach out to one person ahead of you in your journey or in the game. And then ask them one good question, take one piece of advice, and then act on it. And this is how you shortcut mistakes. This is how you build relationships, and also how you accelerate your growth in multifamily. And, as always, thank you for tuning in to the Lubari Real Estate Podcast. And until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep moving forward. I love you all, and be blessed.